Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another GeoGuessr video, another road to #1 video here. Today we're starting off with something a little different. As I'm recording this, GeoGuessr has dropped news for the World Championship, World League format that they did last year. And the qualifiers will be in December, and registration opens this Monday. So when this is released, it'll have opened in the past Monday, like 4 days ago, 3 days ago or so. And for qualifiers, EMEA is the 5th through the 7th, and for APAC and Americas, it's the 12th through the 14th. So, some of you probably wondering, will I be trying to participate? Will I be trying to play? It might be a bit hard for me, because at this time I will be in Hawaii, I think. So I would have to play from a laptop, which of course is not ideal, I think, for me in terms of playing the game. So as of right now, it's quite iffy, as if I'll play or not. But I think whatever I decide to do, I don't know. I just don't feel like I am. I don't want to take spots away from other World League players as well. Not saying that I'm guaranteed to make it, but I do think there are players that are just better than me, and the chance of qualifying. Still for the US is a bit lower, I guess. So I'd obviously rather do casting, of course. I think my #1 goal would be to do casting for the World League, if GeoGuessr would allow me to, or BME. That would be great, so I'm putting myself out there for that. But if push comes to shove and I do end up signing up for this with like a decision, then, you know, I will give it my all, of course. So regardless what happens, I think just stay tuned, I guess, on the channel. All right, without further ado, let's hop into our roads #1 games. We ended off at 1932 elo. We'll still be queuing for all 3 modes, because at this point, we're just trying to improve ourselves as a player, regardless of what mode we're playing. So no move, NMPZ, and moving, and I will see you guys when I find an opponent here. All right, game here against Joan squared. Somebody's alt. I'm not sure exactly whose it is, but I have heard some reputable players backing this person as a legitimate player. That being said, what am I looking at here? Not quite sure. Guess I'm going Sula then. It could be Sumatra. I think that's probably my 50-50 with the poll there, but it is just Sula, Southeast Sula there. It's gonna be 2,500 points to start us off, which is good. As we hop in around 2. And looks like we're in Peru here. Really thinking about the region, guess. What is it's 2023. Probably with that then, I'm just gonna click one of these areas around like the middle section of Peru. And yeah, it was pretty close to there on the 761. Very close guess there from Joan. Moving around 3. Into a little bit of something. Sun here is south. Not quite sure what I'm looking at, actually. Pavement is weird. Is that a white car? Are we in Turkey then? I mean, that could maybe make sense with this. I think I'm going Turkey, but not feeling too great about it. It's just Italy. Okay. Weird payment for Italy. They end up going Croatia, which I could have seen as a possibility, but like Turkey, I don't know, just felt a bit hard to get there. All right, we'll move on to, or Italy rather. We'll move on to Australia. Now, what am I thinking here? I'm thinking Tas most likely with these hills, but could see some other things. Interesting hills there. I think I'm going Tas. It is Tas. Nice. That's going to be 1255. All right, so we'll move in around 5 now. I think we had the water there as well. And we're back in Australia. We have white car here, 25. Looking like Adelaide Hills, maybe. This is quite dry landscape, not a lot of tree coverage. We got some windmills, wind turbines rather, which I'm just going to try around Claire here. And we'll see if we're correct. Not the best Australia player, as you guys know. But yeah, we're both going South Australia. It is South Australia. We do pick up 170 points. So we have a little bit of a lead as we move into 2x multis now. Round 6. In Brazil, I'd say. Yeah, it looks like Brazil pulls here. Sun is south, but doesn't really matter in the northern part of Brazil. Car is 23 blue. I don't know if that really means too much to me. Yeah, kind of a weird location here. Just trying to get a grasp on everything. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna try this hedge. Hope we don't lose. It is Mexico, actually. Okay. Soil was kind of red, and sun was pretty south there, so I guess, yeah, we've kind of trolled. But I don't know. I thought we had a Brazilian pull there. What am I doing? I don't know. I guess from a distance, it's hard to tell. Hard to see a lot of stuff. I guess maybe these hills are a bit too big and just kind of a weird valley for Brazil. Maybe this wouldn't exist in Brazil. I don't know. All right. Well, we lose our first game there. But we'll queue up for another one. Moving, no move, NMPZ. And we get Joan again on no move. Looks like they are... might just be a no move player, it appears. All right, we have a couple of plates here. I'm not too sure which one it is. What's it looking like? I guess looks most like Hoku, like this stuff. Chugoku stuff. I don't know. We'll try it. Okay, it is just Hiroshima. We had a couple red roofs there, so we do pick up some points for that at least. Moving around 2 on this one. And we'll move into the United States of America. Looks like Texas plate, probably. All black lettering. Hardly any color on that one. And yeah, we have some wide lines. Not necessarily Texas pavement, but definitely looks like Texas. Kind of an off angle here for Texas. So I'm just going to try around Menard in Hill Country here. And it was all the way south, actually. On the 83 here. Near Cactus Jack Ranch. Shout out Travis Scott. All right, we'll move on to our next round here, round 3. All right, let's try not to do it again. This one looks like Mexico. We have black car, I do believe. So I'm going probably with this landscape, Oaxaca, Puebla, I would assume. Looks like more Mexican pulls. So we will try something in here. And we'll see where they go. They have not zoomed in yet. Okay, they are just going same area. Looks like exact same area. Does end up being Puebla right over the border, but it's only going to be 2 points of damage, so we'll live with it. And we'll move into round 4. Into straight gate there, I think, not a rounded one. So I'd probably say UK on this one. Even though we do have this grass growing in the middle, which in Gen 2 is typically a decent meta for Ireland. I could see this being Ireland though, and I'm not quite sure. I think I'm just gonna go Wales as a hedge. Okay, it was actually Cornwall there. I did consider that. But it would have been a bit of a risky send, because it's kind of an anti-hedge for everything else. We'll move in to our next round here, where we have some Hokkaido arrows. Look like Hokkaido anyway. Kind of a lack of tree coverage. And yeah, no road number, I don't think. But we do have some mountains to our west. That's kind of about it. So do I just try something out here, maybe? It's this up here, which makes sense as well. I couldn't really find a yellow road up here that lines up. Looked like a yellow road because we had a decent amount of traffic. But it's going to be up here near Ozora. We'll move in around 6. In Bulgaria, I think, 2023, pavement fits. Kind of this black speckled pavement. And we'll probably be dropping it near Sofia. And it was pretty close to Sofia, but north of it instead is going to be 58 points. We'll move in around 7, 2.5x damage. Into something. Which that something will be Alaska with the blur. So where in Alaska am I going? Don't see absolutely massive mountains, which scares me a little bit. So with that, I wouldn't know where to go, really. Don't think we're in Homer, then. I'm not good at Alaska region guessing is the thing. Okay, I did see that at the end. I was trying to switch. I don't know if my click probably didn't register, but it's fine. We're not too far away there. We're moving around 8. Probably would have saw Denali there on that one. But all right, we get Ukraine here. This looks like that one road. This northern section, the E373 here. Could be, lines up. Concrete road there, which would fit. Just these concrete block sections. Looks like they're scanning along that road. And it was closer to me. So we'll take the 1377. Good stuff. Here's the other angle that lines up, of course. But both getting the road there. Probably the most recognizable road in Ukraine as we move into Gujarat here with the holy poles. I'm a very bad Gujarat region guesser. I would probably just drop it in here. And it was north. Sure. We don't lose health, though. We actually gain 270 to our opponent, so I'll take it and move it around 10. Into Ontario, we have the diamond here for Ontario. Pretty decently sized hills. We have 22 white car. Danger for like some kind of caribou or moose. I don't know, pretty big lake there, and then some hills, which is quite interesting for this. I don't know, I would say it's probably on one of the main roads. I just don't know where on the main road. Is the thing. I don't think it's this. That just doesn't work. I don't know, it seems somewhat north to me, is the thing. I don't know, I think we just leave it here as a general hedge as well, but we'll see where it is. Okay, I mean, we're pretty close there. Oh, I didn't see this, actually. This would have been quite findable. I'm not sure what hills we're looking at. I guess we're just seeing this stuff here. But yeah, we do both get the road. We move into Uruguay now. Red soil. Pretty overcast. We kind of have this foggy camera. As for where, no idea. Probably just drop it in the middle here. And it was a bit more north. We do pick up some points for that. 801. Which is not a bad haul for Uruguay. We'll move into around 12, 5x damage. Into what I think is the United States now. Where in the United States do you go? Pretty red soil here. This is kind of going to be Southern Roulette here, I think, on 5x damage. I think I'm just going to go Alabama-Georgia border. We'll see where it is. US is so big that we might just lose here if we get outguessed. It does end up being South Carolina. So we do take a big chunk of damage, 1540, but still in the game, which is fine. And we'll move into round 13 into small cam South Africa, I do believe 2025. We have the antenna on the back of the car, or whatever this thing is. As for where, that is the real question. It's a little hilly. Kind of an interesting landscape here. Doesn't seem too... I probably would go KwaZulu-Natal here. And you just go somewhere up in here. Looks like they're in the same place. I can see Durban at the... Oh, never mind. Ooh, that's a great guess. And we do lose off of that, so... Unfortunate. Maybe a bit more small cam down here, but very good region guess by them. Just a bit tough. We do lose that game. But we'll move into moving no move NMPZ once again. And I'll see you guys when I find my next opponent here. All right, game here against Tottenhamwisps on moving. They actually might be a better moving player than I am, but their rating is about 250 elo lower than me, so we kind of need to win this game. I mean, if we do lose, we probably lose like 25 rating, and they're probably quite happy to get me on moving out of all people. Lichen. Lichen, 19 kilometers. Have I heard of Lichen? I don't know if I have. I'm heading towards the center, because that seems the best to do. I mean, we are in Germany, of course, with those yellow signs. Movement is quite poor on this one. I think it's more likely that we get a yellow sign as we're leaving this town, potentially. Okay. Police. Okay, well. We do have a sign here for the 109. Prenzlau. Oh, my map's not loading. It has been doing this, which is not good. Can't see where I'm clicking. Okay. Couldn't scan for the 109 in time. I mean, that's just too bad. Like, if I had an extra 15 seconds there, this would have been my original region guess. So I probably could have found it, but yeah, bit tough. All right, we'll move into our next round here in what looks like Tunisia. And we got a sign for Menzel. Okay. We have the light follow car. So probably just sending north here. I'm just going to send it. Could be Berserk as well. It does end up being Berserk. Closer to there. I mean, no flawless. Moving around 3. Does anybody know how to fix the map not loading situation? Let me know if you guys do. So that would be very helpful to figure out. All right, we're looking for an area code here, of course. Would be quite useful. And I'm not seeing one. We have a sign here. Bro, this is quite bad. I think I'm just going Sao Paulo regardless, but don't have an area code, which is quite tough. Okay, it is Sao Paulo. We do get a better region guess off. Yeah, lucky there on that one, but Cosmorama. Could have scanned for it. Don't know if I would have found it, though. All right, we move into Ecuador here. Let's see if we can find a thing that tells us our place name. I mean, maybe it says it on the street sign. Ebris Cordero. That just might be the neighborhood. Nothing there. I don't know. He must have found something, but I've not found anything, so it's quite bad. I think I'm just gonna go Quevedo then. It's just Guayaquil. Okay. I mean, it was quite flat, I guess. But yeah, was a bit worried about some other stuff, so I just hedged the middle. It was just Guayaquil downtown. As we move into what looks like Finland here. Should be at least. And I see a highway there. Can I get to this highway? Maybe not. Maybe I have to go the other way. it appears. Okay, here's a roundabout. Okay, cooking me. 23 to GeoGuessr, which is in the middle. 23? Where's the 23? Not sure. Oh, we're all the way over here. Pori, I should probably know. That's a little tough. I only know GeoGuessr, but tough one. All right, we'll move into our next round here. Into Italy. Assigned to Terni. Heard of Terni, no? Maybe not. Is Terni not a known place? Yeah. Alright, we're just sending it. We are just sending it. Okay, he has a sign for Perugia, so we'll be somewhat close. 68 points. We'll move into our next round here. I don't know how much info. I think this player is strictly moving player. This one's bad for me because I don't know Vietnamese provinces, which is quite tough. Twin, yeah, Quang. I don't know. I mean, we have hills, so I'm just leaving it here. Hopefully we're not trolling. Oh, it's pretty big, the city. 808 points. Tough. Moving around 8. I guess I should know this one because it's named after the city. But good luck learning Vietnamese cities in my mind. A little tough. All right, it looks like we're in Germany here. Should I just send? I believe we're just in Germany at least. Looks like it. Hard to tell, actually. I don't want to send because I'm not super confident about it. So it could be Czechia or Slovakia. I don't know, the houses looked quite German to me. Can I not go into the city there? I guess not. Okay, maybe it's just Czechia then? Because we're in Gen 3, so clearly... houses looked quite German, though. No idea what that is there. But maybe we just go off of it. We just go North Czechia, near Germany. Oh, they found a sign. Oh, are they in SK? Oh, is it SK? Ooh. We lose here, I think. If it is. Okay, I've trolled completely, but we're alive. It's near Košice. Bro. Okay, not the greatest moving game for me, but we'll see if we can come back as we move into our next round. Alto Alegre. Maybe we look for a phone code up in here. Bro, I don't know. My moving is just... definitely needs some work. I guess if I could read that billboard, that would help, but I can't. So, bro. I'm just so lost on what I'm doing right now. This is why you shouldn't play this early in the morning. That's my cope. How have I not found a... And there's potential to win, I guess, in this country. It's just a matter of if I can find an area code or not. I don't... Like, I feel like he's gonna send in like 10 seconds, and I'm just gonna be lost. I'm gonna be like, how do I find an area code in this place? Okay, yeah. I mean, it's just over. Yeah, it's gonna be GG. So Allegre. Don't see it. Yeah, we've lost. All right, GG. Monte Alto. It's the best I got. It's there. Okay. Yeah, didn't play the best there. But I do think, like, I don't know. I was just kind of struggling to find stuff. But we'll queue up for one more game here, moving no move at MBZ. And I will see you guys when I find my next opponent. All right, we game here against Kangurek on NMPZ. We start off in the Philippines, 2024. Just gonna go Manila, I think, on this one. And we'll see where it is. Looks more north to me than south. But could be wrong. Looks like they're clicking Manila as well. It's going to be Baguio City up there in Mountain Province. We do lose 11 points for that. Move into our next game here, round 2. In Gen 2, probably would go Italy here. Gen 2, Italy, quite common still. So I'm just going to slam tourney. Could be south or north. Say this one, hard to say. I mean, maybe it looks more alpine. It does end up being France. Interesting region guess by them there. Fair enough. Moving around 3. Into Chile. What's this? What is this? I guess it's Chile. I'm a bit confused on this one. It is, I mean, they're going Chile as well. There's, it does end up being closer to Valdivia. We break the flawless, which is good. Disaster of an episode so far, but we can still turn it around with a win here. We move into Spain. It looks like we do have a lot of dashes on that crossing sign, which fits quite well for Spain. That's an interesting building there. I kind of want to go Catalonia. Because I know we do get some interesting architecture in that area. I'm going to try it. We're going to try it. We're going to go Villa de Cans. Nice. Nice. We'll take that. That's a good guess. Moving around 5. In Turkey, we got a minaret here. We got mostly tiled roofs though, so I wouldn't stray too far east. Region guess wise, I'm unsure here. You just click like Chankiri or something? Maybe? Seems reasonable enough to me. Does end up being closer to middle there in Kayseri. And we got the northern vibe, I guess. I mean, this is just middle, but fair enough. Moving around 6 middle, just clicking Kayseri is the 5k there. As we move into Greece here with the wooden poles. And pretty big mountains to our west. Not sure what it's doing east, because we are playing NPC, of course. So we have a mountain encroaching there. I don't know. I could see this mountain continuing, and maybe we're just looking at this stuff or something. We'll try it. It's all the way up here, okay. It is moving, to be fair, but we're in a interesting valley there, which is fair enough. Moving around 7. Into Brazil, I'd say. Does feel a bit more out there, like a bit less developed, more jungly. So I'm thinking of going like Mato Grosso, potentially. Seems like a reasonable enough hedge. Does end up just being Sao Paulo. Did feel quite jungly there, but we do lose a lot of health for that, which is quite unfortunate. Yeah, I think the default guess with the sugarcane is probably just Sao Paulo, but maybe I just overcooked that one a bit too much. All right, we're in Germany here. Does this feel more north or south to me? I guess it feels a bit more northern stuff. Does end up being closer to Bonn and Cologne there. It's going to be 429 points. We kind of go for a similar region guess on that one, but we're moving around 9. into Uruguay, it looks like. And sunny, so southwest works most of the time. Didn't work that time though. That's gonna be 1190. It's right up on the border. All right, we're moving around 10. Into Germany. What is this? Unsure. 25. We have cinder blocks at the bottom of the pool. I'm not sure what that plate's doing. That's a weird plate. Could see Czechia then, maybe? As a possibility. Or SK, I guess. I don't know. It's just Croatia. Nice get by them. I guess it was an all-white plate, so maybe. Fair enough. We lose 23 rating for that, which means we're back in the bin. 4 losses in a row for this episode. But sometimes you gotta lose to win. Interesting saying by me. All right, 1846 is where we'll end off today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another GeoGuessr video. Peace.